On 90 Day Fiance, Big Ed Brown just can't help himself from acting like a brat when Liz Woods tries for a civil goodbye after moving out mayhem. Things heat up in Brazil when Thaist Ramon's friends accuse Patrick Mendes of cheating. Angela Deem lawyers up before confronting Michael Sammy about shady secrets on his phone. And Emily Bieberly never thought she'd be traded for a goat, even if he is cute. Let's cool off with this recap of Season 8, Episode 14, Malice in Wonderland. 90 Day Fiance. Big Ed Brown gives Liz Woods some unwanted parting advice. 90 Day Fiance staple Big Ed Brown botches his chances at a civil final goodbye with Liz Woods. Liz and her mom arrived to pack up the rest of her things. And Ed couldn't resist picking a fight by suggesting Liz's mom could have done a better job raising her. All because her mom cleaned the slime out of the bottom of his air fryer and called him out. Liz Marie Woods locks herself in the bathroom to cry over Ed's latest antics. But it's time to go, and Liz Woods wants to attempt a cordial goodbye with her now ex-fiance. Ed Brown a cheap apology for making her mom cry. But Liz doesn't think it's good enough and suggests he doesn't know how to talk to women. Ed Brown retaliates with a condescending remark that she should learn from this, because he's concerned for her next relationship. Liz Marie Woods calls him a child and peels out with her mom in her little white car, while Ed peers forlorn out the window. Happily ever after, Patrick Mendes can't catch a break. On 90 Day Fiance, Patrick Mendes finds himself in the middle of family feuds, as well as the wrath of Faye's friends. A family dinner gets tense when his father-in-law, Carlos, mocks Pat's father for taking money from his son, and calls out Patrick for never asking for his blessing. Pat's dad, Joe, rightly says that his financial relationship with his son isn't his business. And his brother John McManus defends him against Carlos' allegations since it was Thays who was dishonest. Things go from bad to worse for Patrick Mendes when Thays suggests a night out with a few of her friends. One friend in particular, Natalia, recalls that Patrick kissed another woman early in his relationship with Thays. Patrick doesn't deny there was a kiss, but no entry complete with a hand gesture. Besides, they had just met and weren't official yet. This doesn't satisfy Natalia, who goes after John for being a bad influence, calling him a typical male ************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈̈. Ouch. TLC couple Angela Deem and Michael Sammy in trouble. Angela Deem is on a mission on 90 Day Fiance. After going through Michael's phone with a fine-tooth comb, she's convinced he's running a scam on her. Angela wastes no time calling legal counsel to discuss her findings. While the immigration attorney agrees it sounds sketchy, she cautions Angela not to make assumptions, but does advise that if Michael Sammy does get approved, she will be financially responsible for him for 10 years. And not even divorce would change that. Angela fires up a cig and calls Michael to meet up. She wants to share what she's learned and give him a chance to explain what she found in the phone. Michael Sammy is very nervous and tries to explain away some of the suspicious findings. Angela Deem gets more and more frustrated and suggests he could go to jail for some of the transgressions. Michael's last chance is to recover the phone, and then it just goes all Jerry Springer with security and production having to intervene. 90 Day Fiance. Emily Bieberly traded for a goat and some change. The preparation, drama and traditions for the Cameroon wedding of Emily Bieberly and Cope Blaze drag on. Finally, Cope's family arrives with the requested items, including a goat, some African shirts, palm wine, and a slick walking cane. Emily's dad is impressed, and everyone is charmed by the goat. In fact, Emily's mom admits she's considering leaving her husband behind so she can bring the little goat home. The families commence the tradition of establishing the bride price on 90 Day Fiance. It involves counting leaves, and Emily going in the house. Her mom is uncomfortable and weeps when Emily Bieberly is allowed back and stands with Code Blaze's family as she is theirs now. Her dad shrugs and says while in Cameroon, they will do what the Cameroonians do. In all, he only received the U.S. equivalent of around $1.50. But that walking cane, though. Sophie, Sierra, and Claire don't care for American-style breakfast. Sophie, Sierra, and her mom, Claire, meet for breakfast on 90 Day Fiance. The two are reeling from meeting up with Rob Warren the night before. Claire is furious at the way Rob treated her. Sophie isn't sure if she wants to throw in the towel yet. After trying grits, they determine they'd rather have English breakfast. They head to Rob's place and Sophie has determined she's not ready to move back in yet. All that changes, however, when Rob gifts her a squishy toy with another stuffy inside. Sophie, Sierra melts over the toy and Claire is concerned. But in the end, she sticks to her guns and tells Rob she will be picking up her suitcase and taking a few more days or weeks to figure out her next steps. Claire is smug. But Rob Warren isn't happy about the decision and blames Claire for meddling in their marriage. 90 Day Fiance. Gino Palazzolo turns pageant coach. In the longest 90 Day Fiance storyline ever, Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda argue over their lack of intimacy. Jasmine whines that Gino should take the initiative. Gino twitches and says it will take time. He suggests they go shopping for the gown she will wear in the Miss International World Pick-Me pageant. Gino admits he once thought of entering the Mr. Michigan pageant. We are treated to some pics of a shirtless young Gino, but he never followed through since Eminem and Kid Rock would have been stiff competition. He does think he'd be a great coach for Jasmine Pineda. He helps choose dresses and gives critiques, as well as heaping cheap praise when necessary. The happily ever after couple also come up with a compromise. Jasmine promises not to say nasty things or disrespect him when they argue. She even suggests that if she starts to be mean, Gino Palazzolo should stick his big toe down her throat as far as he can to shut her up. Perhaps toe-sucking can be her talent at the pageant. In other 90 Day Fiance boredom, Lauren Bravarnik is recovering slowly from her all-natural mommy makeover that required anesthesia and invasive surgery. The doctor tells her to continue to do nothing. So that leaves Alexei Bravarnik to do everything. He accuses Lauren of downplaying the seriousness of the operation. She says of course she did, because if he knew the truth he wouldn't have been on board. He says he's sleeping on the couch. And she calls him in a hole under her breath. Till next time.